Hello everybody, Lucy here for the Scrapbook Cottage in Winnipeg, and I'm going to share with you a little mini album that I've made, and it is a mini album with file folders. So let's get started. What I will do is I will show you the finished product. Whoops, sorry, the finished product when I'm done videoing. So let's get started. What I did was I used a file folder that I had kicking around. As long as it's a letter size folder, they make them in all different colors if you've noticed at Staples or anywhere. So you could, I'm just going to readjust here. I've made it with purple. I have made it with white, with black file folders, anything 5x7. So we're going to start out by taking your one file folder, and this has been cut to 6.5, I believe. Let me just check. Yes, it's 6.5. Okay. And in your kit, it's already cut for you, so you don't need to be thinking that. We're going to open it, and we're going to put the piece that says name or no on the left-hand side, just for the sake of scoring. Okay. So with it open, the name is on the left-hand side. We are going to score it at 4.5, at 9.5, and at 9 3/4. And you'll notice that that's where it's already been pre-scored, right? We're going to take and we're going to flip it and put the other side to the left, and we're going to score it at 3 1/4. Okay, and that's it for scoring. So we're going to fold on our scored lines, the 3 3 or the 9 3/4. There we go, and this is what it looks like. Okay. So let's get rid of this. Excuse me. Oh, okay. So we're going to set this open and aside for now. And we're going to take our pieces. So you have one that's labeled A. Put it, when I say on 5.5, score on 5.5, what I mean is put the 5.5 on top, and we're going to score it at 1/2. Okay, and we're just going to go through all of them and do all the scoring right away. Again, the B, 5.5, and we're going to score at 1/2. Set it aside. We have a piece that says C, and it measures 4 3/4. We're going to put it on the top, and we're going to score it 1/2. D looks like it's square, and it is. So we're going to score it at 1/2 as well. And then we have 2 E's. We're going to put the 10 on top. We're going to score at 5. And we're going to do that for both of them. Score at 5. Okay. And then we have little tiny one that says F. We're going to take it, and on 1, we're going to score at 1/2. So we're scoring in 1/2 the F. Done with scoring. So let's go back to A. we're going to put tape. I like to use the 9.5 Suquang tape. And on the side that has the valley, so you can feel the indent, that's where you're going to put your tape. Okay, on that side. And we're going to do that with all of them. All of them are going to get the same treatment. B, C. This little album is so quick, but I love it. It's like tiny. If it's just a few little pictures that you want to document, it is perfect for it. Okay, we don't want to put tape on our E's. And our F, do we want to put tape? We do want to put tape. I think we want to maybe put tape on both sides of this one. Let's just put it on one for now. Whoop, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, we're going to go back, and now we're going to miter each corner. Mitering, by mitering, I mean you take and you snip off the end just before your score mark. And what that does, I will show you here. What that does is if your paper, sometimes if you don't miter, the paper might just show a little bit on the edges, and you don't want that. So by doing this, it eliminates that, okay? So snip. Just going to do all of them at the same time, then we have them done. I'm not going to bother with that tiny one for now. Okay, so let's do B. We'll fold and burnish. Burnish simply means if you're not, if you've never made one, burnish simply means just press along that score line, just so it closes nicely. Also, what it does is it burnishes your tape onto the paper. All right, we're done with those. So let's take our book. Does it matter? We want to put I don't think it really matters. You can put the where the name is. Doesn't matter. It could be on this side. Yeah, you want it to be on your right. Sorry. So we're going to take our A piece and we're going to put it, sorry, to the top of the first large space. By that, I mean this space. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of pages. We want to put this one at the top here. Okay, we want to put it between our score lines. We have a score line here and we have a score line here, so we want to make sure that we put it in the center. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to, I'm going to flip it upside down because that's the way I work better. And I can see better that way. I don't have to put my head in your space there. So I'm going to make sure I'm snug up to just that score line and this one, and that I'm exactly on top. And if I do it to this side, then I could stick the side down, and now I know the rest of it is going to go where it should go. Okay, so that's A piece done. B, we're going to take B and we're going to put it at the top of the third space, the third large space. So 1, 2, 3, it's going to go here. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to put it so that I am, oh, that didn't work out very well, did it? I've got to put it here. I'm going to make sure, because I have the tape is not taken off here, I can easily make sure that I'm even there and it all looks good. So now I'm going to take and do that. Okay, so we have A and B done. C, we're going to take C and we're going to attach it to the bottom of the first large space. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to set it, oh, just a minute. I don't think I followed my instructions. Let's try that again. For piece C, scored it. Aha, I forgot one score. Okay, so we're going to score at, so we took it on 4 3/4, we scored at 1/2, and we're going to turn it, and on the 3 3/4, we're going to score at 1/2 again. Okay, so we've scored it in an L shape, right? So I have to put tape at the bottom here as well. You're going to see why I needed that L shape done. That's why it's always good to read the instructions fully. Okay, so now you see we've got this big glop if we're going to put it inside. So we're going to cut on that X sign, on that X where the two scores meet, and you can see that that's nicely, it's going to close nicely. So now we are going to take this and we are going to put it here. And what's going to happen is it becomes a little pocket, a little pouch. Okay. So we're going to put it there like that. So I'm going to start with the bottom. And I'm going to tuck it nicely at the bottom and to the side. And the side piece should just nicely go down, no problem. Okay, so there is C. All right, now D is going to be centered to the left side of the second large flap. So it's going to be centered what? I was supposed to put this piece here. So let's take it off. I'm going to show you how easy it is to take it off. Undo is an album maker's must-have. At least if your name is Lucy anyways. So all we're going to do is we're going to get some of this undo to come down, and we're just going to slide it underneath like this and like this. And don't fret, it doesn't harm the tape. The tape will stick as if nothing's ever happened to it. And this is going to dry clear. Even on black paper, you cannot tell. Okay, so this has to be here. So I'm not even waiting for it to dry. It's just gonna go down nicely, and it's gonna be stuck just as if nothing had ever happened to it. It really is magic. Okay, so now I can put my D piece in here on top. Oh, sorry, not on top, on the side. Sheesh, you'd think I'd never made this. Okay. And I did say centered to the left side of the second large piece. One large piece, two large piece. So it's going to go here. Okay. And if you want to make sure that, you know, you've got everything done properly, I just eyeball. I have no problem eyeballing. If it's not quite centered, oh well, right? It's my book. It's handmade. Okay, so there's D. So all these little flips and flaps are done. Now we're going to take our little F piece and our E pieces. We're going to fold those on the score line. And yes, we do need tape on both sides of this guy. We're going to use this piece as our hinge-ish. We're going to fold it in half and we're going to score or burnish. And we're going to take and we're going to attach these two together with this little piece here. So we're going to have this closed. We're going to put one side of this. And again, I'm going to work upside down. I'm going to put it so that it's up at the top, like that. And I'm going to put the other one on top of that. And then we'll have like a little booklet. Again, I'm going to go upside down. Okay. There. So now we have a little booklet that looks like this. Opens up here, opens up there, opens up here. Okay. Now I see that this one's not quite perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it here and I'm going to try to re-burnish it so that it goes, so that it'll go straight on me. There we go. And that is the e-booklet. Where do I put this little guy? I like to put him in here. And guess what? We are done. It's so simple. Now it's the decorating that makes it all. Really, it's when you put your pattern paper on it. So let me show you what I did with mine. So in your kit, you have all of these as well. So if you're making it with the kit, it's all there. What I did was I used I think it's Vintage Photo Distress ink, and I just went all the way around my edges with the ink of edges of every piece that I have. It just finishes up a little bit, especially on the file folder color that I had. Okay, you can do that with all albums, really. So I put this Merry Christmas on, I open it up, and I put a little extra little piece here, opened it up. This is the flap that opens up. This comes out. I had extra paper, so I just set this in as a frame. Okay. This one, if you notice, goes up higher. This one I put going landscape. both ways work. Okay, and so here's my little book. What I did was I cut mine a little bit shorter in front, and then just a tiny little booklet that I slip in here. And then on what is the third page, I guess, here's the piece that we set this way. And the last page goes like this. The outside, I had extra ones of these, so I just stuck them on, and it closes up. So it's a cute little fast album. Great album to do with kids. You don't have to have file folder. Just use the measurements that I gave you in the kit, and it'll work perfectly. So that's it. That's a very quick mini album that I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.